I want to talk to you about how to choose payment solutions for accountants. If you're an accountant, here are the common facts I want you to really pay attention to. The thing is that if you are in the process of selecting a payment solution for your firm, for your accounting firm, and are not quite sure which option is best, you really have to understand it's all about three things. It's all about affordability, it's all about convenience, and it's all about efficiency. So, finding a payment solution tailored to meet the unique requirements of the accounting profession can be quite actually a task, okay? The current market is actually brimming with one size fits all payment processing options that don't quite meet the specialized needs of CPAs and even bookkeepers, turning a potentially simple decision into a complex one. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is what it is. So if you are currently in the process of selecting a payment solution for your firm and are not quite sure which option is best, you really have to understand that your objectives will always be preeminent. In other words, what goals you have, what goals does your CPA firm have, what goals does your accounting firm have. This is the start of the conversation, okay? So let's first talk about the importance of efficient payment solutions. So choosing the right payment solution is so core for any small business, especially when it comes to managing financing without hassle, right? So as an accountant, the payment system you work with can make a big difference in your day-to-day business operations, especially when it comes once again to affordability, accountability, but also efficiency. So it's about more than just sending and receiving money. It's about making sure those transactions are happening fast, safely, and in an easy to track manner. So leaning into a digital payment tool can simplify your workload, particularly when dealing with, let's say, large volumes of transactions, especially during tax season. So these systems actually facilitate speed and ease, effectively making the payment procedure efficient but also manageable. And that's what you want. You want to have the ability to manage things real fast. So an essential feature of these tools is actually their automation. This doesn't just spare you from the time-consuming task of entering data manually. It also lessens the chance of making mistakes. So meticulous attention to details does not need to compromise by the volume of transactions. Those tools also allow the arrangement of payments at scheduled times and also provide reminders. So this function ensures that your client's bills are settled promptly, which is actually a great way to avoid late charges and also unnecessary fines. Another thing that this payment system helped with safety, right? This is another big reason to integrate modern payment solutions in your business operations. So that's really fantastic. Let me give you a few hacks here. So, what are things to look for when choosing the right payment processor for your accounting firm? So, one thing for sure, the right processor can streamline financial transactions, whereas the wrong choice may actually lead to unnecessary complications, which you do not want to have anyway. So, with that in mind, let me give you the five things to look for when picking a payment processor to actually partner with. First of all, you want to look at industry-specific features. So, if you are an accountant, if you're a CPA, if you're an EA, your work is unique, and so are your needs. So, it's actually essential to select a payment system that gets that, right? That uniqueness, that granularity, that bespoke set of modules and capabilities that you need to get the job done. So, you want to look for a solution made for accountants offering support that understands your day-to-day, seamlessly integrates with the software you already have, and has features that match the way your business operates. Again, remember that your business is unique, okay? So that's number one. You want to have industry-specific features. Don't go for those solutions that are general and they say, well, I have a general solution, but I can adapt it to the accounting industry. No, if you have the chance to go for a solution that was built originally for accountants, just go for that solution. It's way, 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 way better. So that's the first option. The second option is actually versatile payment options. So everyone wants to pay their way, and your clients are no different. Your clients wants freedom. Your clients want autonomy, want flexibility. So you want to choose a system that can handle both face-to-face and online transactions. So being able to offer your clients the convenience to pay however and whenever they want is not just a nice to have; it's a must, especially during tax season. I mean, this is the peak season. You do not want a client to second guess whether or not they were right to actually choose you as their accountant in the first place, right? You want to really ease the whole process for them. You want to make sure they have a great user experience, so they can really just they can just transact with you and pay you, and that's it. You just want to be paid. You want to get paid. That's all. So whatever solution can really accelerate and also facilitate this payment process, choose it. I'm still talking to you about things to look for when choosing the right payment solution. Okay. Next, you want to think about straightforward fund deposits. You want your money in your bank account as soon as possible. It's all about cash inflows. Don't actually let a payment processor actually play games with your money. No, your kaching is really it's the most important. So basically, one of the more tedious tasks in accounting is reconciliation. So choosing a processor that deposits the entire invoice amount and charges fees separately makes this task simpler. It means what? It means that you will not have to spend hours dissecting transactions to understand your actual income, leaving you more time for what truly matters, your clients, right? Your ability to chase clients, your ability to actually attract new clients too. So straightforward fund deposit. And when it comes to straightforward fund deposits, the faster the better. I mean, speed actually matters here. You do not want funds yesterday. You want your funds. You do not want funds. Let's say 2 days from now. You want your funds yesterday. You want your funds deposited as soon as possible. And if you are able to actually have the same sort of, like, if you have processors which is also an originator bank, then things can be even faster. Like if you think about Chase, if you go with Chase payment processing, for instance, you can get your cash a lot faster too. Also, if you want to choose actually payment solutions for accountants, I want you to think about advanced but clear reporting capabilities. Advanced is important, but don't make it too convoluted. Don't make it too complex. You do not want to have a steep learning curve when it comes to using the payment processor. So data should actually inform your decisions, not complicate them. So you want to opt for a processor that gives you easy to understand yet comprehensive reports. So seeing all your transactions, spotting trends, and understanding your clients' payment behaviors should be straight to the point. You want to have that straight to the point. So this way, you can make smart choices for your business without being overwhelmed by data. That's the thing. If you have to really go through let's say reams of data just to make a decision about your CPA firm or your accounting firm, that's really a waste of time and not really a productive use of your time. So you want things to be straightforward right off the bat. You have to really understand that transparency really is key. When it comes to choosing a payment solution for accountants, transparency is going to help you big time, let's say not only in the short run, but also in the long run. So you want to go with a payment processor that makes its cost clear right from the start. So understanding exactly what you're paying for helps you plan better and ensures that you will not face unexpected changes or even charges down the line, right? You do not want to have people playing shenanigans with you when it comes to pricing. You want things to be clear from the get-go. So it's actually a vast field out there with many payment processing providers, each loaded with their own set of extra features. But at the end of the day, when you really think about it, it's actually these fundamentals that truly account and should guide your decision. So let me give you a few tips for implementing payment solutions successfully in your accounting practice. So you want to hone in on your needs, because remember, it's important to understand first off exactly what your practice requires to optimize its payment processes. So whether it's the capability to send, let's say, invoices online, automate your billing cycle, or seamlessly blend with your existing accounting stack, you really have to pinpoint your needs. So this is actually the first step, okay? Remember that selecting the right processor is important, but understanding how to successfully implement it into your practice is equally crucial. So you want to honing on your needs, and those needs have to be clear from the get-go. Next, you want to ensure security compliance. So you want to opt for a provider that complies with the latest the latest industry security standards, and also employ stringent encryption methods. Encryption has to be really powerful here, especially if you are dealing with a voluminous amount of data. Remember that your clients have entrusted their financial information to your practice, so it's imperative that you honor that trust by choosing a solution that prioritizes data security. Okay, it's just a favor. It's just you return the favor to your client to make sure that you are doing everything you can to safeguard their data, to make sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands, God forbid, and also that you are able to have a system in place that your own data, your own firm data, is also secure. So if you're thinking about choosing a payment solution for accountant, I want you to really think about a solution that provides training and support. Let me break it down for you. So the best tool is only as good as the team using it. Okay, so make sure your staff is well equipped with the knowledge and tools needed to utilize the new system effectively. So comprehensive training sessions and ongoing support from your solution provider can dramatically streamline the transition and foster a successful integration into your practice. The whole thing is that it's not just about the customer service. A lot of folks talk about customer service, but no, it's about the service before the sale happens, and the service after the sale happens, but also the service during the time when the sale is happening. Okay, so you want to have a solution provider that's there from the get-go, from A to Z. It's not just about a solution provider being there after you have signed the contract, after you have chosen your processing tier, after you have made your first payment, that they will actually allocate customer service to you. No, you want someone to be on the phone to explain to you the features with the features of the payment solution from the get-go. What is it? What do you need? How to use it? And so when I spoke about training is also important in the sense that training has to come either from a third party or directly from the payment solutions provider. Now, it doesn't have to be in person. No, you don't have to have in-person training. You can have training over the phone. You can have training via video conference call. You can have training in a lot of ways. The bottom line is you want to have a training session that works for your business and also works for your specific industry. Some industries are prone to a specific type of interaction, and others are not. So you have to see what works in your industry and how to really adapt it to your specific situation, your specific operational reality. Your business has a different reality, it has a different operational reality than, let's say, the company next door. So it's actually you trying to find what works for your business and what actually how your team members actually work better, right? What kind of interaction can really boost their confidence, their productivity, but also their efficiency. Let me give you extra information here. So when you think about payment solutions for accountants, I want you to think about the software and tools that assist in receiving and processing client payment. Nothing really complicated. Don't make it more complicated than it really is. Okay. So when you think about payment solutions for accountants, I want you to think about options that allow you to handle diverse types of payments, be it credit cards, bank transfers, or online payments. Okay. So this really makes simplifying the payment process for the services you provide to your clients even more important this year versus last year. Now, why should you as an accountant consider implementing payment solutions in your practice in the first place? Because you can say, you know what, I'm fine the way things are. I'm comfortable. I'll just ride it. I'll ride it along, and I'll see what happens in the end. No. Things are changing. Can you imagine what happened during COVID? everybody was home and all of a sudden you needed other ways to actually get paid. Okay, so using payment systems can make the whole process of billing and getting paid a lot smoother. It moves you away from old school methods like paper checks and face to face payments, which frees up a bunch of your time and your team's time, by the way. Plus, these current payment systems usually work well with the accounting software you already have, be it Wave, be it FreshBooks, be it QuickBooks, be it Zero. So this whole integration makes it super easy to keep an eye on your finances. And so, what factors should you, as an accountant, consider when choosing a payment solution? Well, I think I've said this before. It's about three things. Okay, so you want to think about how secure the tool is, how much it costs, whether it works well with the tools you are already using. Now, if you want to really go a little further, you want to really pay attention to the help and support available, right? You want customer service, and you also want to think about how easy the whole thing is to use when it comes to user. So you want to pay attention to user friendliness. And user friendliness is it's not just something for yourself, but it's also for your team because your team is going to be the one actually using the tool on a daily basis. So you want them to really to be comfortable when it comes to using that tool in the short and long run. So if you are an accountant and you are thinking about successfully implementing a payment solution, there are a few things that you have to really think about. So for a successful rollout of payment systems, clear communication and solid support from the system provider play a vital role. That's what I was telling you a little earlier that you want somebody to be on the phone. Don't go into these things by yourself and trying to do something. But no, the whole project has to come from the solution provider. They have to actually initiate the whole thing and actually inform you so that you can be on board. Okay, they have to play a key role in the whole process. It's also important to invest in comprehensive training to make sure your staff knows how to operate the newly added payment processing system because they see the whole thing and this is new to them. I mean, they have experience using solutions like software solutions, but for a payment processor to actually to for them to actually start using this processor, they have to be used to it. Let me finally close to this conversation by talking about the potential benefits of implementing payment solutions for accountants. But before I do so, please remember that if you have a question about the payment solution for your specific company, let us know in the comment section. Let us know where you are at, your city and state, and basically the kind of projects you have, your accounting firm has, and then we'll let you know the best payment solution for you. Okay. So some of the benefits of introducing payment solutions into your practice include better cash flow by spinning up transactions, less administrative costs, enhanced accuracy and transparency in financial records, and also improved overall client satisfaction. Plus, offering a variety of payment methods can actually draw in tech-savvy clients and enhance the competitive edge of your firm, not only in the short run, but also in the long run. So that's really good from a scalability point of view. In conclusion, in today's conversation, I spoke to you about how to choose payment solutions for accountants. I gave you the common facts, the hacks, the extra information, and now the conclusion. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.